I suppose in ways I felt like a bit of a fraud in the goal because I didn't feel like I was ever the most natural goalkeeper in the world.
Cúlbar a raibh ile réice in áíre, agus a hiig a háchtaí a bhí sé an ile réibh go maithace.
Ba cheanar iontachaí, bhí sé gcónaí an teachtarach de chur amach chuig gach éonéar an borc, agus comála sin bhí sé just iontach mai ag stoppa an léróid.
Ba ceanara nádúra í agus bhí sé ana stúma i gcónaí.
Agus bóta bhaile Cléan O'Connor agus sárthas pántas a thuairt go níos gur Cléan O'Connor i gúil le Cléan.
Ní riimiid Cléan O'Connor éon fel faoi ís le há clia, ach tá go cumas faoi deara a dosach agus í san ollscoil.
Bhí mé sé gimmart le UL agus bhí si an le UCD so an Comórtas O'Connor Cup agus bhí go méid an puite sin go raibh potential lúnta go cé.
And all of a sudden I find myself being asked to come on the Dublin team, and all of a sudden I find myself playing a championship match.
Agus bhí sé teachtar iarn ar a raibh golóir daoine go háras na cosantóirí bhí ann le tamil ha chuintear le héadí Noel Common, agus uirnta nuair a hagan daoine águsteach a bhfuir an marsin bíonn sé deacratha.
There was a few people who, I suppose they really set the standard for me, taught me a lot about what sort of level you needed to train at and the expectations. So they were good role models for someone who just arrived.
In na céad bliain agus í fós a fólam, roisí clufi canis na héireann a 2003 in IWO.
Socha gur bééis sin an céadúir go bhacha mé ná ag immartún, nóir a ormsach ní acha mé ann, so le raibh bailile a clia ann, gus bhí sé iontach in san cléir sin.
The parade and all that sort of stuff before matches, I always have enjoyed that bit. For me, it gives you time to settle down and to relax, and I was always an advocate of, looking around and not being afraid to acknowledge where you are. We did miss a lot that day, and a lot of our bigger players and those experienced players got an awful lot of flack afterwards for not performing. Maybe in the build-up, maybe we were revved up too much. Maybe we didn't prepare as the way we should have. Maybe we're just overcooked it, maybe, or something. I suppose from my perspective in the goals, it's the last minute goal that'll be my abiding memory of that game. I remember the ball coming in, and I remember staying on the line and hesitating, and next thing I knew it was in the back of the net. It was a learning curve for me in goal. That Mayo goal, I think, drove me to try and master the high catch forevermore, because I never wanted to concede another goal like that again.
Chábhí ag dar díon idir a réis sa glufi canis, an tám seo in aina gaiileheh.
Fós in a Shelvige Finley tá scór an na Yasser fad. Jeppe sí go díanamh san na rinne. Tuna dí take an parke a del can cannon. She should have taken technisch. Tisher goed, should have the gun as a partisan angle. Partisan angle again.
And that actually really deflated us, that goal, because we were on top. Next thing, they were 3 points closer, and we felt for all the possession we had and all the work we'd done, we weren't as far ahead as we should have been.
Agus tócha an scór cinúnach an lásan ná an cúil a daimsigh Ennett Clark a ghathraigh an cléithe na ríre.
Tishin sa hanis. Stachadí, Gillian Joyce should have the gun goes to Barne. Agus Contamer Barne against Captain Ennett Clark.
Ennett Clark was doing a lot of damage in midfield, and she ran straight down the middle and hit one from... She was outside the 14-yard line, I think, and I hate watching that because I was horrific. I should have saved that, and it was bad goalkeeping. I was disappointed with my performance in the second half because 2 goals are 6 points. And I always felt I should have done, especially in Net's goal, I should have done a huge amount more for that. So afterwards, I felt a lot worse personally.
Bhí gachéine maiile lí agsú leis an buáil ar an lá sin agus sto raibh galamh olbhathe níos fearr ar an lá na bailach lia.
I rábhílegus a cúig tháinig fud an úchan cín, Corca, achas siar a hit blaic lia.
Like so Hanamar ar an sin bhí bailach lia sa craobh agus bhí mar ag fécant ar bailach lia gimmert Park an Crocaig. So massan greibh kind of size transition I guess.
There was a lot of players who'd been there for a long time and they pushed and pushed to get to the final against Mayo. Then they pushed again to the final against Galway. And I think mentally they'd run out of steam. It took a while to replace the calibre of leader and the calibre of player and experience that they brought to the table.
Ach, is mó for a hit sheer na bhí Corcaig go mar réime, agus Black Lia cheandaíomh son ach, bhí an dúrim gcóna ag raibh míonach sa bhirdan son golóir cineirí ar a bhirdan son go dúgadís lúnú mála ríist.
Ba glufi carú ceannis letí róin a rábhílegus a hocht an pointe a buisle, agus an lágur chin siad go gahach córsaí arú.
Tyrone yn sy'n Sean Callan, Aris Cole! Fata ag Tyrone!
Agus bhí Tyrone bhad níos láidre ná muid, so go raibh buíocht ar siúil ar an bórc agus caiilimar an lá sin go donna. Agus is cuireann am díorchan i dhéag sin, gur bhailíomar go léir a céile agus bartaíomar dul go dtí an gym agus rud é gan dhéanamh.
We realised that we were under par and if we were going to commit then we needed to drastically improve what we were doing.
Stocha gur thógamar beidir caiicís nó trí seachtain agus an sin thosaíomar a tréáil don bblion in dhéag sin.
Has an tréáil sin iliú le clíanana a thug sár thospanta san naí chéirí sa glufi carú ceannis I rábhílegus an naí.
Dianta go déal ríiste clíná canar san anna próbar fad agus níl si déanana feic marrás ní cheat sa chúmhain of sáchla himbracha.
Stocha gur bhí ise an tain fá gur frichamar an cléthe le ceannis an lá sin.
Féidir gáil leistigh pasta go lua, Lindsay búte go chóntaach go Lindsay Davy níos seantar chódamh le clia nebbe sa líon agus siad mar na hard charach atá a ceiliúra le clia dó cardíag muoinechan héna cúrdiag.
Bhí tríú clufi ceannis bainteach a clíana. Idirí agus míana créáfach has constac dámanta fuireann omráite chorcaí.
Búte Lorna Park ag Black Lia, Amy McGuinness, Stefan Fanish, Manavan Lindsay Davy ríist. Davy chúgmiad a díog a bhíon vansan ar dhiimiisí, sochlathe ceannis, chúgmiad hen Mary Nevin, Iligéir ní henna le Mary Cad dóimachasa ag Black Lia agus sé seo dhéanamh ghlathá.
Is stocha go gafar chuimhnú go raibh seansa a gcuin dul chun tosaigh le kick pinos.
Brú ar an látasach. Ceann an háachtacht a Black Lia díling drothíireacht ceartta sin é.
Sún go behead an bhirn ar fad an tosaí is fearr a dhiiscint agus proseachtaíonta den céire cé.
For a couple of seconds I was annoyed. I was like annoyed at Sinead that she didn't kick it better. I still thought we were going to win.
Rita Kelly, Sacro Hennig, Count Dain Sherlock, Stefan Lavoide, Alma Brett Fadiga Hanner.
An slíhanne sí amachtáilíne, íon sin cinenne láireach, thug sí pell agus céile córic léthe an éanacht, agus glanach an féil agus léidir sí dinge bháilteach Black Lia an lásan.
Ná rud amháin siúrábh clíná canar sin cóbáilis fear sa tíí, ben mór agus thosaí cróga.
Agus cuiinm nar tháinig an líróisteach bhí Amy gur kind of flicky dhéanamh, but bhí clína anna cróga agus fuair líróid agus thosaigh si an céad clúiseach deile díorchan íag le níor stop sí.
Aineoin éachtaí clíana gon tíríú uaid bheith brise cruan án.
Nona Cleary, Spástianta get Cleary de Hénig agus tá Corcaig, Currach an Cénig at Nona Cleary.
It's even important croaky gach in a leanta sin a chailen tú is áit an uig nach é. I mean, being to a muir an borch ach being to lat féin is stocha.
That's a very difficult thing to take as a player, because it really goes to the core of you as a sports person. I think that you didn't have the bottle to get it over the line.
Commiserations to the Dublin girls, and I've no doubt that your time will come before very long.
I definitely was far from finished then, and I suppose you had a belief that you still had more in the tank, and the likes of Sinead and Denise Masson. We knew we had the ability to win a final. We just had to perform when it mattered.
Ach an me chain de sé lecab sin na léirú an láb a bhú. I ráhílagus a dé bhí chuig chraoh bheasa chéile grúte Corca, agus iad mar ráha tebrate an údar in naithírón.
Leis go Corca sin anmad is tábhachtaí. Linda Donnelly in Bouta seo. Stisigli antá Jolene Donnelly. Gerald her Deirdre O'Reilly. Pass live isteach tí bistid. Artúla Vallar Park. Yeah! Cole Rena go hidón. Sarah Donnelly in Bouta seo. Gon chéadúid le blianta fada. Tá Corca builte.
Beidir gur fuair anacuid cúnta eile muín nor bhí mar as an Comórtas, because bhí mar tar éis cuicín as céile a bhócan.
It was exciting in one way, and then in another way, it was disappointing. We wanted to play Cork. That's who we wanted to beat.
Chances dig go dear east. Stachad largely consonant chance hold Clean O'Connor.
Bhíring féin dír na cléthe bhí os ar gcóir, agus is cuibanm na cléthe an cléthe ceathrú ceannas agus an cléthe leachceannis bhí mar go hanisins na cléthe sin.
Caravan, Cormaíocht Bhaisnis, Western State Tarnabouta, and Verticus on the Vecrow, Desha Clean O'Connor, a Shas of an Ode and son. Gemma Féinish, agus Evelyn Beck Splash, you get fair, gan Moran Takicht the K. The fastest tackle Larstey, Davianish, the Talakan Mirog, Lindsay Davianson. The Eilehead of Black Clear, Claire Canister here in the big to mark, both the Vanille, Sheikh Nader and a larger.
The preparation for that was far from ideal for me. I think on the Monday before the game, I got food poisoning, so I was sick from Monday to Wednesday. I think I trained on the Thursday or Friday and probably had the worst training session of my life, and I'll never forget the team meeting afterwards, because I was distraught, because I thought, here I am coming into a final and I'm sick, can't kick the ball out, I can't do anything.
Níor a gá dá laiad le héan imlí ar a lá.
It probably couldn't have gone any better in many ways for us. Everything worked well. We just came out of the blocks. I don't think we stopped really until the final whistle.
Lindsay Peace. Jackal Joy near the Hearn, pass match Jackson's boss. Lindsay Davey, Stackedy Kelly Tanlin and Lord Tussock shots out, Racky Adam, shots again, Hermanage,
The last 10 minutes of the Tyrone game was great actually, because I remember being in the goal and I knew we were going to win, and it was sort of surreal.
I mean, bhí rimé during dar nóíach an nuair a héidir réitir an adóg sin, just faoi sibh go raibh sé buailte againn ar deire.
It would be a lie to say that there wasn't a bit of disappointment that it wasn't Cork. I think it took maybe a month for it to settle in. And I was still working for ladies football at the time, and I was driving up the N7 one day, and I remember I just started laughing, it just came from nowhere, and I was like, geez, we actually won. We actually finally did it. I think it took a long time for it to settle in after that. It was very strange. We weren't used to it at all.
bhéite dís corleis agus corca chluí gáhíl agus a híineag, well chuidir chuige le fón.
Searson took a shooter as Irish that Manchester chance to score and Jogus Bart agus cool like block clear agus Dorhel Healy the 15th like no dig block clear it goes in dollar down shot and shot Irish Wilson Jogus that chance to score and Jogus that cool and she tried block here like the Jimmy Lindsay Derby agus Walshy's an Irish
Is tóca beidir greibhann méid sin chuir Jack again in san céad le agus in san céad deithnomid an dara beidir gur rithir amachchas an gás.
Tá sétar scóir agus bhí sin sábhaid a Harlan Trasna. Scored that Amshi Yaku. Couldn't shut the flag on. Tá furnish chun tíochú go láid an shot. Quintuan it's in the forward flash took his damage. Tá sétar scóir and Josie sin punsa. Harlan Trasna agus tá na forward fó scóir this.
Hí fá muín chudas na himnoí go blacklí a trá taig amach. Hí fá an bearlagar cuirpa bhí có gur ráile hénig catar sa túlan sa.
The really hard thing to accept is that you've done everything to put yourself in a position to win the game. And all you need to do is push on now and hold on to your lead. And we let them come back at us.
Tá Corcar an Nunzi, Barry Mulcahy, get a back for Hunt's boss to him. Sechador Juliet Murphy. Tá Murphy got rid of the shot. She has caught a goal like she should. Show up the hand and test like it's not Corcar could have Kenya.
Can I have gur chudro bheith ar a gúmpót, gréim a chuir an gluthe, go furdan dá me feachnar den géadúr, go me faráile hénig bhfuil éon bheithúnta sa.
Gáhílagus i 30, corca a mura ríist is an éigen a bhhaach a tintriach faoi gá.
Tá se le fátar así Blackley tá sé de gin a rack an trofil a thorn an sné Goldrick an order go bannas was níos tá sin é de herniste fáte sin é de hern bhfuil chance an ní góí na foridir a fórna tá se sin tinte.
Ach cé cheapacha go dréiceach an chiice amach thar éon rodile cléana.
Degan á bíon na kickan amach cosúla weapons like bhíoring agus na fórna eile dóilá leis an kick because bhí siad cócrín agus bhí siad cosúla pass.
Kick back in the shit Clino Connor Squeeze. No, there's a sneeze Blackburn or Clino. Watching Nolly clear right with Barry Mulcahy right. Todd chanted to Hunnish. He can only Cole score and take Corca. And Cole scored it rolling me Bochana and kicked him off. I thought it Kruger Blackley and Charles Sullivan.
Kickouts were a big part of my game and they were terrible that day. And I made bad choices. I miskicked a lot. And I felt afterwards that I handed them a lot of scores.
Clino O'Connor is a reach, Clino kicking it. Clino a crowd Jackers in the Blackley and you on them it's obvious not being kicking back.
I think that the loss in 13 was definitely worse because I took a lot more personal responsibility for that one. I felt that I let the team down that day. I felt I didn't perform and I didn't deliver what they needed.
Ní féidir an mé an chur aon duine amháin an lá sin bhí ceathar déag eile an borch agus is tócha greibhar rud é gan dhéanamh faoi.
Runne siad rud faoi a gáhílagus i 40 agus gon tríomhúid bhí Cliana agus Blackley ag ar a corca a Harú i Gluficanis.
The first half was brilliant. Everything we planned worked. The defence was playing well, the kickouts were going well, the forwards were scoring. I think we were playing to the best of our ability.
Bhí mar dribblóid ná sin ní raibh an taspáintas go maith ní raibh inrad ag dul ag go maith bhí mar tris anna cuid a churmú.
Really got for last stick the judging of Flynn on the pole their father does shearing so it didn't darling Shachwin Davy agus counter the first of that clear come on
Siúráilte bheith Blackley a ré máta seo go heachta ní ó chorca.
If you open the can of worms perhaps and you say, well, Cork are going to come back at us, but then you never really give yourself a proper solution. When they do come back at you then in the match in Croke Park, you think, oh, we knew this was going to happen, but perhaps we didn't have enough to go to give us something tangible to actually do.
Tug a chsteach í mar scalaí, Róna ní bhuachala, tug a chóir de hedóibh, cool.
sí rónna í bhchala an seo tá teachta steach a churcaí.
Agus chuirseháin há sin cool réimsú.
Agus riclína amachúm sa dúirtí tá si take chun pácha chun cool áit is go é sin caiimidí a stoppa.
I suppose that was me trying to do something about it.
Or the farmer, Stachery Mulcahy, Butchika Shudach Tarahi, a Tastal Cliana, Rodney Buchler, Mashtig, she shot down the hole, Hashetim to get her
Bhí kind of is a going gromar an anna dhéanamh agus beidir go chuig sé sin in agna himóí bailá clia go raibh gromar an anna sin dhéanamh agus go raibh sé déta going I bur gáhar.
Agus fighting get Kira Sullivan, let me on the hood, Stachery Stunza, Shantil Hole, and he's getting it. Hashem fighting again, Scully, having their hole.
I think that made it all the worse because we didn't stop it. They scored goals. We knew it was going to happen. We were waiting for it nearly, but we still didn't do what we needed to do to stop it. Again, from being in the goal, sometimes you're just standing there and you're watching things happening out the field and you're trying to talk to players and sometimes you can see players who are slipping out of the game and that can be hard to watch that because sometimes you feel like you can't do anything.
Buine chumise den park le hart den nóí le dólagus sa socha nuair méid fécintar an gluthe nuair nach raibh méid immer to socarrá, jeez, tá sé seo feice agan hena féin.
Nolan Cleary, Fanashinish as she gave Edgadelica, Sparsach Rahu, Tim O'Sullivan, La Cleanish Kaiser, La Kunamach can kick Sarah Gale, Geraldine O'Flynn, who are just talking at Geraldine O'Flynn, Osha Kora Harish Trastan, Hakorkik Huntosik.
Stocha gur bhóthaigh an fuireann ar an umláin níos measa é ná gábhíle sa inné tuis go raibh sé ar lábha a gcuin agus gcuid a chuine a rís. Comála sin bhí mé beagání níos sinne, ní aonn an méid sin seansna in sna cléí ceannas.
I knew it was my last year really, and I suppose we were looking for the fairy tale ending. Everything that had gone on previously, plus that defeat, was just the end. I just didn't have it mentally to continue. Looking back at football, it's not the happy ones that stick out really. It's the defeats that stick out.
Do something to me.
Dáirdigh sí caidán I mórí a bhí caithfh gansaí I bhar hains fellman.
Ránaíochaí ar na déimlíonna ag TG Cairnson a 2000 sa dé, an 10 bhleachlaíoch.
I hated conceding goals. And even today, there's some of them that still, I can get angry about them years and years later.
Beidir go bhí siúd an chéadaine a chur béim ar chéir den chulbáire agus a hiig go meach sé táchtach go an chulbáire ar aon levéil ó hebh caidáin agus cumis agus éige den gahardí a gaile.
Is imróir den scothí agus I maig na chur siise coolbóirí chun tosaí, go raibh ró lórnach acu le himmerte I Belmán leis na kickanna amach.
Conor an a fas an a chickar fad.
Agus leis an agrú go léir mar bí siise an chéad duine a bhacamise ag agrú gachród I Belmán.
That was an important thing for me, to try and show what should be done and what can be done, and to give people something to chase in terms of the level a goalkeeper needs to train at and needs to try and perform at.
Hanging on the wire, yeah. Said I'm waiting for the change. Oh, I'm dancing through the fire just to catch a flame. You looking.